Hello, tribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Fierce with Lisa Copeland. And I actually am Dr. Natalie Phillips, and Marcus Stone raced to space. He made it. Good morning, Anthony and Keith. Good morning, Michelle, James. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Laura. I know, Laura, we've got to stop meeting like this. I had a live yesterday from my office, Advanced Otolaryngology and Audiology, and then I jumped on live from my show, Just Connect, and now it's this. Sometimes, you guys, I feel like Lisa plans this out well, as if I'm trying to do a Monday through Friday show, and I am not doing a Monday through Friday show. Marcus, I'm not. So anyway, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sandy. Good to see you here. So today, I'm so glad you all joined. Today, what I want to talk about is how to take control that might lead, or hopefully will lead, to success. And so I wanted to talk more about that this morning. Good morning, Zelinda. Dina, good morning. Laura Walls, oh my gosh, I miss you girls so much. We're going to have to schedule a phone call because I miss you so much. All right. Ladies and gents, we are going to talk about how to take control. Okay, so we're going to do some thinking and reflecting. And first of all, I want you guys to just sit back and think about someone that you know that you feel is successful. Okay, so just start thinking about somebody that you know that you think is successful. The key points here is both. There's two that I kind of stressed. Is number one, someone that you know. Okay, because I feel like we can all imagine somebody that, you know, maybe a famous person pops into our head, or an athlete, or a star, or something that we like see them from afar and we're like, oh my gosh, you're so successful, but we really see a snippet of what the media or what news is going to cover them, right? And so I really want you to really imagine and pick somebody in your head for this exercise that you know, somebody that you know that is successful. Good morning, Anthony. Yes, lots of hair tips on my live yesterday. So if you missed my live, I talked about rituals and routines, and I talked about ritual hair brushing. So it was pretty funny. Okay. So think about that person. The second thing would be, everyone has a different idea of what success is, right? Or a different definition of what success is. So when I asked you to think about who you felt or who you thought was successful, this is in your own eyes, because it might not be the same for somebody else that's thinking about them or as how they see them, but this is in your own eyes, okay? All right, so do you guys all have that person in your head? I do. Because technically, the person that I'm thinking about, this is her show. So anyway, but yeah, so I want everybody to grab somebody in their head that they can think of that they know and that they feel is successful. Okay, so then I want you to take it a little bit further, and I want you to think about, like I said, we're going to make you think this morning. I want you to think about some of these questions. And if you feel comfortable, you can put it up in the comments. If you don't, keep it to yourself and just kind of think about this one person, okay? Why do you think he or she is successful? Do you think that it's because of money? Do you think that they're successful because of the amount of money they make? Do you think that they're successful because of the amount of friends or connections that they have? Do you feel that they're successful because they are confident? Or do you feel that they're successful maybe because they're like super duper busy, So just kind of think about, why do you think that person is successful? Good morning, Megan. Good to see you. Brad Smith, good morning. All right. Second question to ponder is, do you think that the reason why they're successful, do you think that it actually had to be built up and it actually had to accrue? Or do you think that it was handed over to them? I met a lot of different CEOs at this circular summit that I went to in the San Francisco area. I don't even know, a month ago, maybe almost 2 months now. And it was incredible because there was a CEO that was up on the stage and said, yes, this was my family business. Yes, it was handed over to me, but I had to maintain it. And that is why I'm here. And it was super interesting because my next question to you is, do you respect someone more if they've had to work hard for their success? Or do you still respect them and look up to them even if they were given this success, but they had to work hard to maintain it? And so that's one of the things that, some of the different questions I wanted you to think about. Let's see what you guys are saying. Anthony says, the definition of a success is fulfilling your inner purpose that you were created for, impacting lives and legacy. Yes, absolutely. I strongly believe like the best day of your life was the day that you were born. And then the second best day of your life is when you find your purpose, right? Michelle also says, when I think of success, I look to this amazing tribe of humans. I totally agree. Good morning, Josh. Oh, good to see you. I loved your quote, by the way, this morning. All right. So we're talking about success. We're talking about, imagining somebody that you know and that you feel is successful, because I want you to kind of think about why they're successful, why you either respect them, and think about some of these different things as far as, is it something that you can reach yourself? So today I have 7 steps. So those of you who like to take notes, put the notes in the comments for me so we can keep track. But I have 7 steps to walk you through how to take control so that you can be successful as well. Okay, so number 1 is learn. All the time, every single opportunity, good or bad, every opportunity is an opportunity to learn. Search for those opportunities to learn enough to be dangerous. And I wanted to expand on this just because Lisa talked about this yesterday in the last few episodes of how she's learning and is pushing herself to learn. Yes, Marcus, 7. I was going to try to stay to 3 or 4, but I was like, oh my gosh, I have more and more and more. Okay, so 7. I'm going to book through this. You know how I am. Okay, so number 1 is learn. Learn all you can. Learn when you can find the opportunities. Thank you, Michelle. And Lisa said yesterday, learn enough to be dangerous. Josh says, you can copy my notes, Marcus. Okay. Number 1 is learn. Number 2 is have a strategy. Okay, so my girlfriend, Reggie Corona, would die. She'd just be laughing and clapping her hands and doing cartwheels because having a strategy is super duper important. So what are you doing, and write it down. So I used to think that I would just kind of show up for things because I thought it was kind of cool and, something that I was interested in. So I would just join in on it. I would sit down also over coffee and listen to people and their businesses and then help them get out on social media and try to figure out what their voice is and then give them some ideas. And I would do this over and over and over again. And finally, my girlfriend was like, what are you doing? You can make money off of that. I'm like, make money off of what? I'm just doing what I do. And, so the next time she said, you need to develop a strategy that you can repeat. So I took notes and I made my forms and I made my intake things. And I actually created a process that I can replicate. Now, I was also asked to talk on stage about social media, and I did the same thing. She said, you're not going to go on stage unless you have a strategy and something that you can repeat so that people who are listening that want to work with you are going to be able to do the strategy with you. So strategy is huge. Write what you're doing, even though I think every one of us on here have something else besides what we're working on right now or working in our profession. Our profession does not define us. And so write what you're doing down and look at it and see, is this something that I can repeat, and is it something that's going to help people grow? All right, so that's the second one, learning and strategy. Okay, the third one is execute. Take the steps towards the opportunities, everyone, little ones and big ones. So execute, even if people think you're ridiculous. So yesterday, Lisa was telling us how she had a meeting with Facebook, right, and talking about her ads. And she kept saying, oh, you guys think I must be so silly because some of you already do this. She didn't care, right? She didn't care. She still did it because execution is huge. Just get it done so that you can keep moving. All right, moving on. Number 4, ask. Ask. You are not going to know everything. So ask the questions, ask and pay experts, and ask friends for feedback, help, and accountability. So the 4th one is to ask. Ask away, you guys. Number 5 is make a connection. Make a connection. Make a connection to get you further. What this means is that you may have to get out of your comfort zone. You may have to reach out to someone or walk up to that someone. If you guys caught Marcus Stone's show this morning, he talked about having the courage to walk up to Lisa Copeland and actually make that connection, even though she was 4 seats away, is what he said. But anyway, have that courage and make that connection. But it doesn't necessarily mean the first connection, right? You might have to ask a favor of somebody to make that connection for you, and then you have to maintain that connection. You have to reach out and you have to continue that connection if it's important to you. So make that connection. Number 6 is deliver. Deliver on what you promise. So if you say you're going to do something, make realistic goals and then over deliver. Okay. So I worked in a company where the standard statement that I heard was, oh yeah, I'll get it to you by the end of the day. End of the day. I never got it. The next day, oh, don't worry, I'll get it to you by the end of the day. Never got it. And then the next time I had to do a deadline, and I was asking for people to turn things into me, oh, I'll get it to you by the end of the day. Never got it. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. All right. So I said, I have an idea, guys. Okay, why don't you just not say end of the day? Why don't you just tell me you're going to give it to me by the end of the week? And then you know what would be even more awesome is if you delivered it before the end of the week, because you built in this buffer space so that yes, I'll get it to you in 5 days, but you know what? I'm actually going to get it to her in like 3, and then she's going to rejoice and be like super happy and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so over deliver, because, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to over deliver if you make that buffer space. But you build trust when you do that, because once you continue to under deliver multiple times, trust goes out the door. All right, that was the 6th one. 7th, I'm going to make it in the time. 7th one is to share it. Share it with others. Lisa comes on all the time to share what she is learning all the time along her journey, and it is super duper helpful. So share what you're learning with others. We all have something to teach. We always say that, right? And some of us can hop on and deliver things, without any prep. Others have to prep. That's me. Others sit back and might say, I can't do that, or I have nothing to teach. And you know what? I actually said that. Those words came out of my mouth. I don't know if I want to do a Facebook Live because I got nothing to teach. I don't know, But here's an easy way to look at it. I'm just going to reframe this for you guys. So if you think about going out to coffee with one of your really good friends, what do? We sit down, a healthy exchange goes on about your lives, maybe funny things that have happened. Maybe, you have a question and you're like, I was thinking about this. What do you guys think? Or what do you think? Or, where did you get that? Or tell me about that school, that you sent your son to, or whatever it is. We ask the questions, right? And maybe we even share along the way of what we've learned in the last 2-3 weeks that we didn't see our friend. And so we always share what we learn. So why is it any different? And can we continue to do this on a different level? So my challenge to you today is, of the 7 things, all right? I know Michelle kindly listed it out. I know anybody who wants notes, go to Josh O. Of the 7 ways: learning, strategy, execution, asking, making a connection, deliver or over-delivering, and sharing it. Of those 7 things to take control of your success, what are you going to focus on? So it is 5:59. I'm sorry, I'm on Mountain Standard Time, and I have 1 minute to go. I made my 7 points for you guys, Marcus. And, throw me some hearts, write down in the comments, share with our tribe what it is that you're going to be able to do to focus on to take control of one of those things. If you take control of 7 of those things, man, more power to you. You're going to get a lot of fire emojis from me, but pick one. If that's too much, really focus on it. Take control of your business, of your ideas that you want to launch, of your life. And I am so thankful that you guys joined me this morning. It's good to see all of you and love you all. All right. Have a great morning.